Good afternoon, NorCal Carters. This is Jason, and it's September 7th already. And last couple of weeks, I was saying September is going to be busy, and it is a busy month for karting in California, so that is fantastic. So let's get to it. We got a lot of updates. So with the NCK guys, we have a couple of reschedules. With the Rock series promoters, we have a couple events coming up. We will highlight the Track Magic Rally going on in Oregon, and that's just all in September. So it's going to be very, very busy. And today, it's Labor Day, and hopefully, if you're in California, you're staying cool and you're being safe. Watch the temperatures. It's supposed to be 100 degrees pretty much everywhere. And I am kind of just hunkered down. We tend not to travel very much on the big holiday weekends. We try to stay close to home. And there's plenty of stuff to do around the house, and we'll go traveling another weekend. But those of you that are out and about, be safe. Stay cool, stay hydrated. Other than that, besides the smoky haze in the sky, beautiful weather if you like it hot. Not so beautiful if you like it cold. So, let's jump to the Rock Sonoma events going on this week. So, Rock Sonoma, they're doing a combined event with the California Rock Cup Championship. And registration is going to happen through the Rock Sonoma group. If you go to noricalcarters.com and click on our calendar, we have a link on the event for the Rock Sonoma registration page. And I talked to Steve Cameron this morning. Sonoma, the track itself, they will have practice on Thursday. So if you want to practice on Thursday, you have to contact the Sonoma track for Thursday practice. However, Friday is practice through the Rock Sonoma group or Sanzaru Karting. And I put a link on the calendar to their registration page. If you are registered in the event this weekend, then you can sign up for practice on Friday. If you are not registered for the event, this practice day is only for people that are racing this weekend at the Rock Sonoma event. Again, the combination with Challenge Karting or the CRC group. So, Thursday, open practice, managed by the track. Friday, practice to race registrants only, operated by Rock Sonoma. And then we have Saturday, Sunday, the Rock Sonoma / California Rock Cup Championship. And this is going to be the last race for the California Rock Cup Championship for 2020. So it's their fourth race. And this will be the second to last race for the Rock Sonoma group for the 2020 calendar. Gary Carlton, Team GFC, GFCkarting.com. They signed up a few weeks ago to sponsor our calendar. They will be present at this event as well. So if you go on our calendar, you can click on the Gary Carlton tab, and it will take you to his website, gfckarting.com. And it's going to be busy. And why is it going to be so busy? Because next week, the Rockfest West Festival I guess it's Rock Festival West at Sonoma is taking place. So that's where the National Series takes over the track, and that happens Thursday through Sunday. So the Rock Fest West will be taking place at Sonoma, and that's next week on the 17th through the 20th. And again, GFC Karting will be present with his drivers at that event. And Gary, thank you for the support of the calendar, and all donations and sponsorships help to keep this project alive, so we do appreciate it. So Rock Racing at Sonoma for September. ChallengeKarting.com combined with Rock Sonoma, which is sanzarukarting.com. And that is taking place, again, official practice Friday. Official race events Saturday and Sunday, the 12th and the 13th. That's this weekend. Now keep in mind, on Saturday, you'll have practice, and then they're going to qualify at the end of the day. So Saturday, qualifying takes place for the combined CRC Rock Sonoma event. And then the heats and the mains take place on Sunday. And if you go to the calendar, you can click on the link. It'll take you to the registration website where they list all the classes, the rules, the weights, all the good stuff. And again, next week, Rockfest West. So Sonoma's going to be busy these next 2 weeks. It's going to be neat. If you go to NorCal Karter's Facebook page, I posted a couple of videos last week because I was up there working. And on Friday, it was just open practice day on Friday, and the track was buzzing. There were a lot of people practicing. I did a quick video. Let's see, we had Gary Carlton was out there, Ron White was out there, Rob from Illuminos was out there, MFD, Mike DeRosier, he had a couple of his guys out there. Cameron Karting was out there. Let's see here. If you go check out the video, I just did kind of a panoramic view. But there's a lot of karts that were out there. Collective Karting, they were out there. Greg Bell showed up for a few hours, so he was out there. He had some drivers out of the track. Mamo Gidley was out there. Pickett Racing was out there. So yeah, and that was just an open Friday practice. And the pits were probably 30 to 40% of capacity just on a practice day. So that was really neat to see. And yeah, check it out. That's on, again, NorCal Karter's on the Facebook page. So I'll try to get some more videos up to this week and next week, because I will be out there for sure Friday through Sunday of this week, and next week it looks like Wednesday or Thursday through the following Sunday. So I'll try to get some videos out. If there's some content you want to see, send me a message, post on the Facebook page, or comment on this podcast that's hosted at Spreaker. You can comment and say, hey, Jason, why don't you highlight this, hey, or that, etc. So actually, that reminds me, let me do a quick post. So yeah, so that's Sonoma, September. Busy. And then also, we have the CCKRA. That's the Central California Kart Racing Association. Looks like they're going to be at Buttonwillow. So double check their website, cckra.com. A lot of the clubs have had to kind of move some events around because of the COVID stuff. So double check CCKRA. They are also a sponsor of the NorCal Karter's calendar, so we appreciate their support. And they have their event going on Saturday the 19th and Sunday the 20th. So that is I have it on the calendar as Buttonwillow. So again, the CCKRA. And for those that don't know, CCKRA, a lot of people know it as the Old Kerman Kart Club. They go back and forth between Fresno. Oh, you know what? Now that I say that. So they go between Fresno and Buttonwillow. There might be a reschedule. Hold on. I was talking to Daryl Tunnel the other day. They may have relocated the CCKRA event to Santa Maria. So those of you that are trying to get away from the heat, then I guess you're going to Santa Maria. Let me double check that. Sorry for that. Yes, it has been rescheduled to Santa Maria. I apologize for that. So CCKRA, Santa Maria. So let me get this on the calendar real quick. Change that. Again, I apologize. I said Buttonwillow. It is actually Santa Maria. And they They had basically relocated the event, trying to make it a little bit more central. That CCKRA group is growing, so they have a good density in Fresno, Bakersfield, Visalia. So the Fresno Buttonwillow track is a good. Those two facilities really cover that area really well, but they really expanded also to the Central Coast. So they have a number of members that come from the Central Coast, and I think that was the reason why they wanted to move that event. So again, I apologize. So September 19th and 20th, cckra.com. It is moved from Buttonwillow to Santa Maria. And then we have on the calendar, we had NCK Thunder Hill. That was supposed to be on Monday, the 21st. But they rescheduled the Monday event, and they moved it to October 3rd and 4th. So the NCK guys have moved a one-day event from a Monday to a two-day event, Saturday, Sunday. Again, moved, rescheduled, NCK Thunder Hill. You can find all their information on our calendar or go directly to nckracing.com. They are also a calendar sponsor, so thank you to those guys for supporting the cause. Their event got rescheduled from September 21st, which was a Monday, and it still is a Monday, to October 3rd and 4th, and it's a two-day event, and they're doing a combined event with the Cobra Owners Group or the Shelby Owners Group. So if you go on our calendar, click on the links, it gives you all the updates. And since we're talking about NCK Road Racing, they also rescheduled their Speed Vegas event. That was to take place on October 11th. They have pushed that out a couple of extra weeks to October 25th. So you have NCK Road Racing, the Fall Brawl, October 3rd and 4th, and the rescheduled Speed Vegas, which is in Las Vegas. It is a points race. They rescheduled that from October 11th to October 25th. So mark your calendars, make updates. You can even go on NorCalCarters.com. You can actually take our calendar and you can add it to your calendar. And as I make changes, it'll pop up in your calendar and be live. You can also go to our calendar, again, NorCalCarters.com/calendar. And what you can do is you can just select whatever club or association you want to follow. You can highlight or do a drop down and say, no, I only want to follow NCK, or no, I only want to follow CCKRA. Or whatever club, Northern Nevada Kart Club, if you only want to follow their events. You can go on our calendar in the upper right-hand corners, you can do the drop down and click and choose the clubs that you want to appear on the calendar. So, yeah, that's the NorCal Carters calendar. Sorry, I'm trying to fit a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in September. And there's been a couple of reschedules. I don't do well with change, so I get a little scatterbrained. So I apologize for that. So NCK rescheduled. And then the end of September, September 25th, 26th, and 27th. Track Magic. The Track Magic Pacific Northwest Rally is taking place September 25th, 26th, 27th. NorCal Carters will be there. And I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to this event for 2 months. The Pat's Acres facility is just beautiful. It's like a campground. Hell, it might technically be a campground. I don't know. But the Agers family, it just has a beautiful property up there. They recently repaved it. They widened the track in a few areas. I'm trying to think the last time I drove Pat's Acres. It might have been at the Pro Tour in 99 or 2000. Let's see. Pro Tour. Yeah, it might have been Pro Tour 1999 is the last time I drove that track. And it was one of those facilities that just always stuck in my brain. I really struggled at that facility. I just couldn't figure out how to get around the track. But I always remembered how enjoyable, even though I was struggling, I remember how enjoyable it was. And at the end of the event, I was just wiped out. The track just kicked me in the dirt. And I had remembered Ron White was up there, and Ron White was on a DFM chassis. And at the end of the event, he goes, "Hey, you want to swap carts real quick?" And this was in an 80. I'm pretty sure it was in an 80. And so we swapped carts, and I went out in his cart. And I was just thinking to myself, man, if I had this cart in my engine, I would have done a lot better. But that's just a testament to proper chassis setup. And back then, I obviously didn't know what I was looking for, so I struggled. But the track was just so enjoyable to drive. There was bank turns, hard hairpins, sweeping corners, a long straightaway into a left-hand semi-bowl type corner, so it's a left-hander. And there's a really tiny short chute into a right-hander, and it just going through green grass and beautiful trees. So I'm really, really looking forward to the Pat's Acres event, and that's why I'm rambling on about it. And there's a little group called the Track Magic Owners Group that is going to be there, and sounds like they got some great things planned. A couple of weeks ago, we had Jason LaPointe on, and he went into the podcast and talked about the event coming up and the stuff they have planned, and it's going to be great. It's going to be my vacation for 2020, so I'm really, really looking forward to it. And not sure if my whole family's going up. It looks like it's going to be me and my daughter for sure. We're going to do a daddy-daughter road trip, trying to decide if my wife can get out of work or remote work and go on the way with us. So it'll be fun. It's going to be an interesting time. So again, September 25th, 26th, 27th, Pat's Acres, Track Magic Pacific Northwest Party. And Team GFC is sending their factory pilot, Cole Shade, to the Track Magic Rally. And again, I have to plug Gary because he sponsors a calendar. If you're a team out there and you're wondering, well, why does Gary get so much love? Well, he gave me a check, and I said, hey, let me put you on my calendar, and I'll tell people on my calendar where you're racing. So that's what I did. And so Cole Shade, one of the younger drivers under the GFC tent, is the Squadra Track Magic factory driver. It was announced a couple of weeks ago. So he will be in Oregon representing both Track Magic, Squadra Track Magic, and GFC Karting in Oregon. And team boss, Gary Carlton, he's taken his junior drivers down to the Pro Kart Buttonwillow event. So Pro Kart not rescheduled. They moved the Lancaster event. So the Lancaster event is not going on. So they moved it to Buttonwillow. So that takes place on September 26th and 27th. So Gary's splitting up his forces so he could support the Track Magic OGs and his junior drivers down at the Buttonwillow Pro Kart event. So we already highlighted, let's see, we got CCKRA, Track Magic, GFC. We talked about the reschedule of NCK at Thunderhill. Oh, excuse me, that was rude. NCK Thunderhill, October 3rd and 4th. Let's not forget Northern Nevada Kart Club. They have been a sponsor of our site and the calendar for NorCalCarters.com. So Northern Nevada Kart Club, they are nnkcreno.com. They have their club race October 4th. And I've mentioned it many times. They have an excellent website. It's a really good resource for karters to go check it out. It's up to date. It's well laid out. They've done a good job with the website. And I've also mentioned many, many, many times that the Reno facility is just a fun track. So if you're one of those recreational guys and you've gone to the same track over and over and over again, and you're looking for something a little different, if you're in the Central Valley, Reno's only about a 3-hour drive. It's not that bad. And it's a fun track. It's a great track. It's a fun track. Good group of people that run the facility out there. It's just north of Reno. So, again, Northern Nevada Kart Club, nnkcreno.com, October 4th. And let's see here. We'll go to, we're in October. We already talked about the rescheduled NCK Road Racing Speed Vegas from October 11th to October 25th. And we have October 17th is the Central California Kart Racing Association. Let's see here. They call it the Central Valley Champ Race at the Bakersfield Raceway. And I actually went out to the Bakersfield track with Team Visalia. And what a fun track. I hate to say it. I have this website for tracks and promotions, right? I didn't even realize Bakersfield was still around. Just haven't heard much from them over the past ever. So I forgot they even existed. Daryl called me up and said, hey, we're going to go to Bakersfield. You want to join us? I said, Bakersfield has a track? And he goes, yep. And he goes, it's a fun track. And I go, okay, I'll be there. So that is taking place on October 17th and 18th, the Central Valley Championship, the CCKRA. That's at the Bakersfield Kart Track. So check them out. And what else do we have wrapping up in October 25th, NCK's new scheduled event, Speed Vegas in Las Vegas. So we had a podcast on a couple of months ago about the Speed Vegas event. I should try to get Todd back on so we can talk to him about the current schedule and what's going on. But again, October 25th, Speed Vegas. And October 24th and 25th, Rock Sonoma has their final points race. That's Rock Sonoma, presented by Sanzaru Games. And Team GFC, he'll be supporting that event with his drivers as well. So that wraps up October for us. That wraps up September for us. A lot of racing going on. I mean, we can really close out 2020 on a really positive note, at least here in Northern California. I know some other tracks are talking about trying to get some events going. As they pop up, I'll let you know. But that is September, October. So quick recap. Today, September 7th. This weekend, official Rock Sonoma / Challenge Karting. Practice starts on Friday. The event starts Saturday with qualifying taking place Saturday night. Mains and heats on Sunday. So that's challengekarting.com. Registration at on Motorsports Reg. The Rock Sonoma group is taking care of registration, and you can click on all the links from the NorCal Karters calendar. Team GFC will be present. Next week, Thursday through Sunday, Rock Festival West at Sonoma. Going to be a lot of fun. Going to be busy for a lot of guys at the track. Again, Team GFC Karting will be there. GFCkarting.com. And CCKRA, September 19th and 20th at the Santa Maria Karting Track. So if you're not doing the rock stuff and you want to beat the heat, check out Santa Maria. That's always one of my favorite locations because I love to eat. And there's some great food in that area. And the track's a lot of fun to drive. I haven't done it in many, many years, but it's a fun track to drive. Yeah, but the food. I love the food. And again, it might be a break from the heat. Although last time I went to Santa Maria, it was for a pro kart event. It was still 105 degrees. And and then there was fires going on. It was interesting. It was eerie. But check the weather. If it's cooler, go to Santa Maria. Again, if you're not doing the rock festival or the Sonoma rock stuff. Track Magic Rally, Pat's Acres, September 25th through the 27th. Team GFC splitting up, going to Pat's Acres and to Button Willow Pro Karts. Let's see. And that's it for September. Give me one moment here. You know what? I'm going to give a shout out to challengekarting.com. They've been a good supporter of our site. They sponsor the calendar. So let's give their partners some love at the end of this podcast. So the Challenge of Americas, challengekarting.com, California Rock Championship, all the same entity. Their partners in no particular order except for alphabetical order. Acceleration Kart Racing, accelerationkarting.com. Apollo Motorsports, apollomotorsports.ca. Courtney Concepts, courtneyconcepts.com. Empire Karts, empirekarts.com. Forward Direction Motorsports. Looks like they have a social presence on Facebook. Let's see here. Forward Direction Motorsports. GFC Karting. So it looks like Gary's getting his name out there, supporting the California Rock Championship as a sponsor and NorCal Karters on a calendar sponsor. So Gary, thank you. GFC Karting, gfckarting.com. M2 Image Solutions. I think these guys are the ones that do the printing, and they're the ones that sponsored the face masks for the Challenge of the Americas events. So the face mask, thank you. M2 Image Solutions. Let's see. RLV Exhaust, rlv.com. RLV has been sponsors of many racing programs, drivers, associations for years. RLV always will have a soft spot in my heart, because Art was my very, very, very first sponsor ever, besides Visa, MasterCard, and Mom and Dad. So rlv.com. Ron White Racing, ronwhiteracing.com. Ruthless Karting. They can be found on Facebook as well under Ruthless Karting. SwedeTech Racing, swedetechracing.com, or also shopswedetech.com. And Vemekart USA. So they can be found on Facebook as well. Vemekart USA. And I would like to say thank you to Andy and his group for sponsoring the NorCal Karters calendar. And thank you to your partners, the ones I just listed, for putting a little bit of money in your pocket. So you're able to put a little bit of money in my pocket. And we can all help just promote the sport together. And with that being said, keep an eye on the NorCal Karters on Facebook this week. Like I said, I'm going to be out the track. I'll try to get some videos going. I'm working on some interviews. I'm adding more content to our YouTube channel. So Google search YouTube NorCal Karters. And we're real close to 100 episodes on this podcast. So I think what I'll do, a fitting podcast episode, will be having my buddy James McMahon from Kart Pulse. I think I'm going to try to have him back on for the 100th episode, because he was my very, very first guest on this podcast. And that was a year ago in June. We started the NorCal Karter podcast, and it's been fun. So I try to do them every single week on Mondays. So sometimes they end up on Tuesdays. But thank you all for the support. Thanks for listening. Thank you for the donations to those who've donated. Those that have shared the links or shared the podcast, thank you. I appreciate it. And with that being said, everyone have a great Labor Day.